Hi. I'm so sorry for the delayed in the starting of this event. Thank you so much for coming. I'm not canceling the tour. But we were having some issues with a couple of ingredients that I thought I had in the kitchen, and they were not. So maybe something happened since the morning to now, but they were gone. So my brother went out to buy those things, and now we have everything. So, so now we have everything. So we have everything, but we are going to also start with the ingredients, and everything is wonderful. And here you can see my brother, which is he's cutting everything. He's like getting everything ready. So before we start, amigos, amigas, thank you so much for your participation in today's event, cooking class that we are going to give you from my home in Lima, Peru. My name is Vanessa Vasquez. I am your Lima City guide. I am a multitasking tour guide. I do all kinds of things, from cooking in my house, in my home, to do historic tours in the city of Lima, to guide museums, to do lectures from home. So I try to show you how beautiful my country is, how multicultural my country is, all the different colors of my country in all of these different types of tours. In today's tour, we're going to cook together a beautiful dish, a delicious Peruvian dish that is called Pollo style caucao, or caucao de pollo. So we're going to learn what is this dish about, and also we are going to give you alternatives to try to cook, to replicate this dish at home. So once again, thanks for your participation. Hi, Karen. Hola, Anita. Hello. By the way, thanks a lot for your visit. Hello, Karen. Hi, Ken. Thanks for coming to Lima. I'm so happy to have you today. If it's your first time here in my cooking classes, well, let me give you a warm welcome. And I hope that you learn a lot of different tricks and also recipes to cook at home Peruvian food. Hola, Sherry. Hello, amiga. Gracias. Thanks for coming. And in a moment, we are going to start with the preparation. Let me tell you a little bit of the origin of this dish. Well, we know that when the Spanish conquistadors came to Peru, they introduced different products, new cooking techniques. The pre-Hispanic people used to cook everything sort of like in style of stews, and also rotisserie sort of style. We did not fry it. That was not a typical way of doing things, because there was no oil here. All the roasted guinea pig, for example, that they used to consume used to be cooked in its own fats. So also we used to use a type of pot, ground pot, that in the Americas also, and in some parts of in Oceania, was also known. In Peru, we call this pachamanca, ground pots. So we cooked everything underground, of course not with fire. They were heat up stones with the fire and put in the bottom of these deep holes, and then on top put the meats and the vegetables and the potatoes. So this was one of the different types of cooking techniques that we used to use in the pre-Hispanic times. So I really hope you are going to love what we're going to be cooking for you. So this series, every time you see this series, there's something new that we are cooking. Peruvian cuisine is very generous, so most likely you will never get bored of the Peruvian cuisine. I don't know if you can hear the chop of my brother in the kitchen, but we are going now to see what he's doing first, and then we're going to go for the ingredients of this recipe. So, vamos. So, here I want to give you an idea of what we're going to be doing today. Luis Alberto is saying hi. Luis Alberto, he's my brother, by the way, for those that are new to my tours, cooking classes here in Lima. My brother is my, he's the chef, actually. He's the cook of this show. And I am the translator. I am the helper of my little brother. Hola, Yen. Gracias. He has a beautiful smile. Everybody says that. He has a really beautiful smile. And Jen, by the way, my brother is single. So I'm just looking for a good wife for my brother. One day, maybe, one day. And he cooks really good, so he's ready to be married. Oh, Jen, no worries. You can here enjoy the cooking style of my brother anytime, and I'm sure my brother is at the point in his life in which he is just waiting for the right person to come. But my brother will entertain the future Mrs. Vasquez with the best food and the best cuisine. So if you know someone, just let me know, please. Luis Alberto, let me tell you some few things while he's finishing his mise en place, and I'd like to talk a bit about my brother, a little bit about my brother. He used to work for different restaurants here in Lima, Peru, but he is a bartender and also barista. So his specialty is coffee and liquors, cocktails. So he is a former professional barista and bartender. He learned cooking in the kitchens of different restaurants, but also most of our recipes are inspired in my grandma's kitchen, because my grandma used to be a really great cook. My brother used to spend lots of time with my grandma, and he now is remembering lots of the recipes and the tricks, and also we are asking to our relatives about, the different things that my grandma used to cook. She passed away several years ago, so we are doing this also as a way to keep her alive, right? And do something that she always wanted to. She wanted to write a book. We have actually her recipes. We have lots of, let's say, notebooks with her handwriting that we planned to share with you in each occasion, right? So thank you for coming, by the way, my friends, and staying here. And today's class is going to be caucao de pollo. Caucao de pollo. At the end of this event, by the way, I'm going to be sharing with you all, my friends, the recipe and the list of ingredients written in a document in PDF that I'm going to be sharing on my group in Facebook, and also in the group of Voyagers Facebook group. So the idea is that you can make printables from this series. Okay, so now, sorry for the little delay in the starting. And now we're going to pass to see the different ingredients. There are not so many ingredients, but let me tell you what we're going to be using. So first of all, we're going to be using chicken breast, ¿verdad, Luis Alberto? Una pechuga de pollo, media, ¿verdad?
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están?
Sorry, my brother wants to say hi, hello, how are you?
A ver, bueno, espero que se encuentren bien todos en casa.
He hopes that you are feeling all right, okay.
El día de hoy, vamos a elaborar lo que es caucao de pollo.
So today we're going to elaborate caucao de pollo.
Normalmente la receta se hace con mondongo, pota. Pero también se puede hacer con pollo, incluso yo creo que hasta con carne, ¿no? Pero lo más clásico acá, por lo menos se hace caucao de pollo, se hace con mondongo. Con mondongo también es más en realidad lo que se hace.
So what my brother is explaining is that caucao de pollo is one of the different variants or options of this cooking technique that is called caucao. You can make it from chicken, pollo. You can also make it from, if you wish, from another meat, of course. Better if it's poultry because it's for the way how it cooks the meat in this case. But also, the most traditional way of doing caucao is from mondongo. The mondongo is one of the stomachs of the cow. In Peru, we consume a lot visceras, or like stomach, tongue, feet, brain. So tripe, exactly. See, Sherry, exactly, tripe. So mondongo, I think the most proper way to translate it is tripe, right? So we love that. Lengua is delicious. Also, the tongue is delicious. And this is a tradition that came from the colonial times. I just finished an event about the mestizos, a lecture from home, in which we were talking about the African influence in Peru. So the eating of visceras is something that we had inherited from our African ancestors. And also because it's delicious, it concentrates lots of flavor. But another reason is because in the colonial times, the slaves were given the leftovers, the parts that nobody wanted to eat back then. The masters did not want it to eat. So that's why the slaves in the colonial times used all kinds of different parts of animals that were dismissed by their masters. And that's why also tripe, mondongo, was consumed, and it still is nowadays. But in today's cooking class, we are going to, instead of tripe, use chicken, okay? So you can find the option caucao de mondongo, which is the tripe caucao, or caucao de pollo, which is the one we're doing today, the one of chicken. We are starting also with the half chicken breast. This is a cooking say class that will show you mainly the say the typical classical techniques for cooking, and always based on 4 or approximately 4 servings, okay? So this would be more or less for 4 servings. Oh, Sherry is asking, can you use pescado? Good question, Sherry. I'm sure that could be, of course, possible to make it from pescado. It is not the traditional way, because we usually do it of chicken, but that would be super fantastic to try it with pescado. And if you can, please do it. That would be nice. My recommendation would be that it will not be like tuna, because tuna has a too strong flavor. You have to use, if you use a pescado, maybe a fish that will be like of white skin. Maple, thanks for coming. Hola, hola, amiga. Ha venido Maple también. Gracias, gracias. I'm so happy you made it. Thanks to all my friends that are joining to this class. We are teaching all the basics. Thank you, Maple. Gracias, gracias. I'm so happy you were able to make it. And remember also that at the end, we're going to be sharing a printable of this cooking class in our Voyagers Facebook group that we are making for you to be collectible, right? So in that way, you will have the chance of having all the different recipes we are doing at home. And we are transcribing like everything. We're doing a transcript of everything for you to have at the end of the cooking class. So, half chicken breast. We need also 4 potatoes. The variety of potato we are using today is what we call the Yungay potato. How many of you know the number of potatoes we have in Peru? Do you know how many potatoes we have in Peru? Or you can guess, my friends, if you would like. Sherry, you are really good with that number, huh? Maple, plus 4. Wow, 5,000, more than 5,000. Dorota, 3,000. I can tell who was paying attention to my last class. Who has really good memory. Hola, Dorota, amiga. Thanks for coming, by the way, my friend. ¿Quién será, verdad, Sherry? So we have a winner, and the most precise name, actually most accurate, was our friend Sherry's. She said 4,000 kinds. Officially, we have 4,000 kinds of potatoes. Of course, that every year the number keeps growing, so no worries, Maple. Soon we're going to be plus 5,000, and Dorota, my dear, 10 years ago was 3,000. Okay, so you are almost right. Exactly. Tomorrow was 4,001. This is the Yungay variety, which is really good for this cooking class. So the let's say most interesting characteristic of the Yungay variety is that because externally it looks exactly the same like any other potatoes, like white potato, for example. But it's what we call, oh, sorry, it's not focusing well. It's what we call arenosa. What's arenosa? What's arena? Arena is sand. So when you eat the Yungay potato boiled, you have a, in your mouth there is a consistency of sand. We have also gritty. Oh, yeah, interesting. Thank you, Sherry. I'm going to remember that. Dorota, I was in Peru 5 years ago. Oh, yes, of course, Dorota. So the number keep increasing. And grainy. Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you so much. I'm always learning new words in English, especially for my cooking classes. Usually my English vocabulary was all into historic, let's say, themes, right? But now I'm learning about food. So what Luis Alberto is doing now is chopping the cilantro. We love cilantro in Peru. We love herbs. We love fresh herbs. Look at these beautiful fresh herbs. We have cilantro. We have culantro, which is cilantro. Perejil is parsley. And we have also hierbabuena. My friend, help me with this one. Do you recognize this one here? Hierbabuena is in Spanish. So if you know the translation, could be mint. Yes, menta. Well, it could be. Yes, hierbabuena. Watercress. Not oregano, my dear Maple. Not oregano. We have oregano. That's a different one. But this one is hierbabuena. It gives a really good aroma. But if you don't have, of course, hierbabuena or an alternative to hierbabuena or mint, it's okay. You can also stick to the cilantro, especially, and a little bit also of cilantro, and the other one is cilantro, Luis Alberto, culantro y perejil, parsley.
Perejil y lo que es la hierbabuena.
And hierbabuena. Okay? So my brother is chopping them very, very little. We bought enough to not run out of them again. Thanks God we have a mini market not far away from here. I know that not everybody has the chance of having a mini market with fresh groceries everywhere around the corner. We in Peru are lucky to say we live surrounded with fresh produce all year round. So we have the cilantro. As you can see, not really a lot. It also depends on how much you like it, but at least you have to add some. We have also onions. Look at this. You make tea from hierbabuena, Sherry. Excelente. So hierbabuena is watercress, right, my dear? Thank you, by the way. It is a mercado tinguis. Yes. Mint. Mint. Perfect. Hierbabuena is mint. I trust in my friend Sherry because she also knows very well Latin American culture. So she helps me a lot. Gracias, Sherry. So you can see that the carrots or zanahorias have been cut very small. We have also, all the different products that we are using are quite easy to find. We have also here green peas. We have how much? Approximately 200 grains of green peas. We had one big carrot. It was big. And we have also the spices. My brother is cutting or chopping the mint, the hierbabuena. Here we have our homemade garlic. And also we noticed that our chili paste, we ran out of the chili paste yesterday. So I went very fast to the mini market with my brother, and we got this. Look how lucky we are. In Peru, we don't need to, for example, be making all of these creams at home, like every day, or go to the supermarket and find them on a, like container that has also additives and preservatives. We go to the market and we have a section that is called the especeria. So the spices are there. And we ask to the vendor, we want a little bit of this, and we want I don't know, this chili paste. Can you make it for us? And they do it right away in the moment, right? So look what my mom gave me yesterday as an advance present from Mother's Day. I am a mom, by the way. I have 3 daughters, and my mommy gave me, but I don't know why she gave me, because my brother is going to use it more, a pot of clay, the traditional style my grandma used to use. Gracias, Sherry. Gracias. This Sunday is Dia de las Mamacitas, the Mother's Day. So, gracias, Evelyn. Gracias. Sunday is going to be official, but I'm starting to receive some presents. So, we are heating up this. Okay, Luis Alberto. Ya estás listo. Sí. Yeah. He's ready. We are all ready now.
Más bien disculpen por la demora de antemano.
He says, I'm so sorry for the delay, which was caused with the lack of certain ingredients, but we are ready in here. Gracias, Evelyn. Gracias, guapa. So, Lucho, dime.
Ya, bueno. El día de hoy, como les estaba comentando, vamos a elaborar lo que es un plato muy rico y muy fácil, sobre todo. Y que, bueno, todos tenemos siempre un poco de pollo, siempre tenemos papa. Son pocos ingredientes en realidad los que vamos a salir a comprar.
Yes, exactly. So what my brother is saying is that he is going to elaborate for you a dish that is rico, that is delicious, that is easy to be prepared, with ingredients that are not hard at all to be found in Peru, but maybe for you will not be so difficult to find, or at least to replace. So it's a lifesaver because it doesn't really take too much to be made, okay? Gracias, Evelyn, por venir. Thanks for coming, my friend. Gracias. So,
ya. Lo que vamos a utilizar acá es para el aderezo, cebolla.
Okay, so we're going to need onion for the aderezo. Amigos, aderezo is the base of the flavor of the Peruvian cuisine.
Cebolla.
1 onion.
Ajo molido.
Garlic paste.
Vamos a condimentar con ají mirasol y ají de pasta amarillo.
We went to the mini market to buy ají mirasol, which is this one here, and ají amarillo, yellow chili. These are 2 variants of chilies, so we're going to be mixing them both, right? Ají mirasol and ají amarillo.
Bueno, sal, pimienta, comino, lo que...
Salt, pepper, cummins.
Vamos a usar, bueno, lo que es... Nosotros estamos usando más o menos 4 papas.
We are using 4 potatoes chopped in squares. And me preguntan, ¿pica? ¿Ese ajicito pica?
No, es pasta. Mira, eso lo podemos hacer, es la cáscara del ají amarillo, se sancocha más o menos unas 4 veces, luego se le retira la piel y se licúa con aceite.
So the chili paste is pre-boiled. First, the chili is boiled, and also you can see how these 2 different look like. So they come from different chilies, and they are both very flavorful. but also this natural, by the way. This was made by the vendor in the store, in the mini market. So what she has done is the same my brother has done also before in other cooking classes. So they boil the chili until it breaks the water. Then they sometimes boil a couple of times more. They take off the skin, which is sort of like a plastic at the end, and they blend with oil.
Vamos a usar palillo también, que es importante.
We're going to use palillo. Palillo is curcuma. Curcuma, right? Do you know the curcuma, my friends? Some of you, of course, are very familiar with it. So this is, the element that gives color. No, turmeric. Yes, yeah, yes. Turmeric is also a way you will find it better. So this is palillo. Palillo turmeric. Muy bien, gracias.
Vamos a utilizar también alverjitas.
We're going to use green beans. Jen, nothing is already cooked. Nothing is cooked. Everything is raw. The onions, the zanahoria is raw. Pregunta si está algo cocido. Le digo que no, todo está crudo.
Hay algunas personas que tienen esto ya sancochado.
Sometimes there's people that like in this recipe to have this already boiled, right? But Luis Alberto likes it all.
En mi opinión, prefiero que todo se haga de frente sancoche porque a veces se puede destruir, se puede pasar la cocción.
Yes, so in his opinion, sometimes it's better to just cook it all because he prefers that every part absorbs well the flavor. So, ¿algo más, Lucho? Sí.
Culantro, perejil y lo que hay bueno.
Yes, exactly. I don't argue with the cook. He gets mad when I ask too much about it. Like no, like it has to be done in this way. Like okay. So this is the herbs, chopped previously. Culantro or cilantro, perejil or parsley, and also hierbabuena or mint, right? And the chicken, which is also cut in like cubes.
Y también vamos a utilizar, esa opción, hay gente que le agrega solo agua, le podemos poner también caldito de...
This is caldo, broth, exactly. Caldo de pollo. And this caldo de pollo, my brother made it from, it's un cubito, ¿no es cierto?
Sí, claro,
if you can take the time to, boil the chicken and, add the spices, you can use the chicken broth cubes, that you can find also in the supermarket. So far I know they are not so difficult to find in other parts of the world in that same presentation. So what we did is hydrating with hot water, right? So this is in part, my grandma would be very angry with us. But this is also modern kitchen inspired in the traditional grandma's kitchen, okay?
Yeah, y eso sería...
And that's it. Look at that. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So we're going now to proceed, right? We're going to put onion. I'm checking also Evelyn's question. Oh, you said broth, caldo de pollo. In Indonesian, say caldo ayam. Caldo. Caldo, interesting. Yes, it's caldo de pollo. These words that we use, in general, the language we use is Spanish. The Spanish conquistadors introduced language, introduced the part of the traditions. So maybe there is a connection in Indonesia with any Spanish influence. I would like to know that, Evelyn. I'm going to do my own research. So Sherry says, it is like bone broth. Yes, it is bone broth, basically. But Sherry, friends, the broth, for example, is optional. So we just try to do it to add extra flavor. I'm going to move the camera like this, so in that way you can see my new pot. Qué bonito. Me encanta esto. Sí, ollita de barro. olla de barro, pot. Barro is clay, right? So we see it's raining here. Making caldo de pavo. Yes, the best type of food, comfort food for rainy days.
Una cucharita de ajo más o menos.
More or less 1 spoon, 1 generous spoon of garlic paste. We like to use in our Peruvian cuisine red onion, as possibly most of you know, because I have mentioned this in several occasions. It is for us easy to know when the onion is ready, when it's no longer purple color, when it turns white. And also, it cooks fast, it has more flavor, so it's really, really lovely. Don't break it, guapo. ¡Ay! Yeah. No lo rompas, guapo, dice, por favor. Yes, my pot has to be in good condition than ever. So, Luis Alberto.
Ahora vamos a todo, todo hablando rápido. Vamos a echar el pollo ahora.
We are going to put the chicken.
A dorarlo.
We're going to dorar el pollo. Now you're going to be learning some Spanish after so many classes. Little by little, Spanish will be like easy peasy for you. So dorar comes from the word dorado, golden. So, but it refers more to the fact that, you know, you cover, you know, you give a golden color to the chicken. Dorarlo is related with frying it, but superficially, externally, not deeply, okay? So.
Ya. Y aquí es donde vamos a, aquí en este momento que estamos dorando el pollo con la cebolla y el ajo, vamos a echar nuestro ají amarillo, ají mirasol, el pandillo, sal, pimienta.
Okay, so now that we are in the part of the flavor, also we are going to add the chilies, the different chili pastes. We have, of course, this is the moment of the flavor that is the characteristic one of the caucao. Remember that caucao is a dish that has African influence, because the original caucao recipe used to incorporate tribes, cow stripes, but we are doing this version more like sort of like easy for all the world to prepare, right? Because everybody is into viscerals, right? So chicken. We are adding here the turmeric. We are adding the cumin, the pepper. This is to taste. This is to taste, but well, you will get to know my brother better during these whole months of cooking activities we will do, and you'll see that he is very generous with all the condiments. So if you don't like too much of condiment, it's all right. You can add a little bit, but he really loves condiments. So, so let's see also. Cumin, cumin, yes, Jen. Cumin, pepper, and also turmeric, okay? So the turmeric gives the color, the traditional yellowish color to this caucao, but also the smell is really good. And not every person like tribe. Yes, exactly, Evelyn. I totally understand. For example, now it's more difficult to make little ones in Peru to eat tribes, because they have more the influence of the Kentucky Fried Chicken and sort of like the pizzas and the pastas and chicken, right? Sometimes they don't even want to try fish, right? So we are also sometimes like, you know, bending and say, okay, let's do it with chicken, right? And we are losing that tradition, but you build that taste in your mouth, that attraction for tribes, for example, when you are little. If we don't pass that, also will be gone. And there are many benefits from eating visceras too. So let me see on the questions. They say, oh, hi Neil, thanks for asking. Salt, Luis Alberto, Neil me pregunta, ¿la sal en qué momento?
Ya en el momento que echamos sal, o sea, pimienta, que echamos el palillo, ahí ya le eché la sal ya.
Ah,
o sea,
he already added salt, Neil. So by the way, I'm just checking with my brother. I was answering the questions. So it was part of the spices. Thanks for also commenting.
Ahora vamos a echar los vegetales.
Okay, vegetables now. So you can see after a couple of minutes, 3-4 minutes of cooking the chicken, the vegetables are going to be incorporated. So remember, some people like to have the green peas. These are 200 grams of green peas and one sort of like big carrot cut in cubes. Sometimes people like to have them already cooked, and when they are cooked, of course, they are added at the end, right? But as we were commenting before, it gives more uniformity to of the flavor to all the ingredients when they are cooked since the beginning all together, right? So can you put ginger in this powder or fresh? Ginger is, let me remember, ginger is, ¿cómo se llama? Kion, ¿no es cierto? Kion, en esto, ¿tú crees que va en esta receta, Kion?
Bueno, no lo hemos probado, pero bueno,
okay.
La cocina se trata
de probar.
De probar
So, Sherry, the ginger in Peru, we call ginger kion. First of all, I'm teaching you something new now. So, kion is ginger. So, the kion is usually used in Peruvian Chinese dishes or Asian Peruvian dishes. So, for example, in this recipe, we don't have kion as the base, right? We use that's just the other ingredients I mentioned. But as Luis Alberto said, everything kitchen is for trying things, right?
Ahí estamos echando hierbabuena.
We are putting a rama, a little bit of hierbabuena. We haven't separated the leaves from the rest of the mint. It is all here on a little bowl because later we're going to remove it. And now is the potato part also. Look at this. So I'm checking also on the questions. You like ginger? Ginger is very good, Sherry. In Peru, by the way, we used to use a lot of ginger in these days of the pandemic, for example, because we love traditional recipes. And I remember people started to do sort of like some natural medications with the ginger, with hot water, like many different recipes. And there were people that said that they these natural medicines help them to recover from COVID. So, well, we use ginger as a medicine, and also, as I said before, in Peruvian, Chinese Peruvian culinary, which I hope you would like to be part of a series of Asian Peruvian cuisine. Would you like to learn about that? That would be super, right? Learn about the Asian Peruvian traditions. That would be like lomo saltado, chaufa de mariscos. Okay, what is that, Lucho?
El caldito, vamos a poner.
That is the caldo de pollo. Also, this is the chicken broth in cube that we have hydrated with hot water. So that's approximately a little bit more than half a cup that Luis Alberto has added. But he's going to see in this moment if it needs a bit more. So let me see on the comments. Anita and Maple, thank you so much for your tip support, my friends. These tours are, as you know, all free and just supported with your generosity, with your tips. And also, we automatically share the tips with Heygo. So a part is also goes directly to Heygo, to the website, to keep developing the website and keep these tours free to watch, free to join, and support it in this way. So muchas gracias, amigas.
Ya,
¿Sí?
ahí ya lo vamos a tapar.
So now we will cover it. But before we cover, look at the amount of water liquid it has. So el líquido no ha llegado hacia arriba, ¿no es cierto? Está como que un dedo,
un poco
dos dedos por debajo.
Eso es también porque, bueno, en lo personal me parece que es más rico cuando es jugoso.
Ajá. Perfecto. So first of all, you can notice that the amount of liquid in the pot is sort of like 1.5 finger below the very top. So you can still see the liquid, but it's not covering. The vegetables have their own liquid too, so it's not need to add more water to that, because there will be more water from the potato and from the green peas. But also it's important to keep it like that, because it will concentrate flavor, and it still is going to be juicy. Okay, so now we will cover the pot, right? And we're going also to talk about future cooking classes we are going to have, and this is also cooking and cooking. So, ¿está con fuego alto, Lucho?
Está con un fuego un poquito alto.
It's mid-fire, tending to high fire. So I bet this would also be good with pork. Yes, Jen, that is a good idea. I was thinking in beef, but I think pork, because of its nature of being also very soft when it's well cooked, would be really good too. So it is like a stew. Yes, it is like a stew. Caucao style. Caucao is the combination of the potatoes, the carrots, and also the herbs, also that we have also here. Papa rellena, dice, ¿cuándo vas a hacer papa rellena?
Claro, justo con mi hermana estábamos hablando el día de ayer, para ver qué platos íbamos o sea, queríamos conversar con ustedes o consultarles a ver cuáles les gustaría más a ustedes que vayamos haciendo primero.
So Luis Alberto says, no, that we wanted to consult you, to ask you which ones would be the next dishes that we will have in consideration for cooking for you. I see Sherry, for example, says papa rellena. Papa rellena. So we will do that. I try to do also a cooking class with papa rellena. It's not as fun to guide and cook at the same time, Sherry. Not for me, at least. So I'm going to ask my brother to repeat that class, to do it for you, and he's going for sure to show you some nice tricks. And also, of course, my dear Maple, of course, we cannot replace Luis' magic touch. We don't. So, no podemos reemplazar tu toque mágico, Luis Alberto, dice Maple, en la cocina. Muy bien. I agree. I like to see him when he's nervously smiling. Please make him more nervous. Yes, in the pot. Yes, the magic touch in the pot. This is my new pot. Again, I said my grandma. My mom, maybe it's my grandma that magically she touched the heart of my mom. And she came yesterday with the pot. My mom is so proud of us working together, teaming with these events, that yesterday night she came with a present for Mother's Day for me. But I'm sure like this is not really just for me, because I'm cooking here like few times. My brother is cooking more. And my grandma used to have one of these cooking pots. I don't know if you use those where you live, my friends. Do you know them, the clay pots? Let me tell you in a moment the benefits of these clay pots. Challenge accepted, Vanessa. Yay! Aido Papa Rellena refers to Renan. Oh, Renancito, my friend Renan. Evelyn Renan, our guy, by the way, of Bolivia. He's a good friend of mine. And he's an old friend of Marek, my husband. They met several years ago when they were still single men that were, like the handsome trip leaders, adventurous trip leaders, not married yet. And now they are both married, happy, and so they have gained lots of weight. So because we feed them very well, right? Paula and with kids, of course, yes. Paula in Bolivia to Renan, and Marek here, my husband. So, and also, well, he has really nice cooking classes. I don't know if he still is doing his cooking classes, but I'm going to convince him to go back because Paula does really good food. She cooks beautiful, right? How much the pots cost? Well, I didn't ask my mom because it was a gift, but I estimate that a pot like this can be up to 50 soles. That would be a little bit more than $10, which is not super cheap for Peruvians, but these pots can last for a whole lifetime if you take care very well of them. The tradition here is cooking like this. The metallic pots are very expensive in comparison to those ones, and there is something in the pot, in the material in the pot that I don't know, like adds better flavor to the food, right? So I remember my grandma's one that it is gone. It broke at some point. Then my grandma was not able to cook anymore, so we were just using the metallic ones, and we never got one back. So hers was black here in the bottom. All of it was black, right? And all with the steam, the black on the sides. Well, now that was somewhere, it's broken. So we're going to use it a lot until it gets dark outside. So that is also a sign of that you cook a lot. You are a very good chef, a very good cook. Mm-hmm. Your grandma is in your spirit. Yes, exactly, Jen. We have her. One day I'm going to be putting a picture of my granny here in the kitchen because, well, we have to honor her. These are her recipes, and I will show you also one day here her little, like, she has lots of notebooks, like notebooks that are like from the 70s, from the 80s, with the pages that are dark color, brownish, and those recipes are no longer being produced or reproduced. Mm-hmm. So you should have your mom make a cameo. My mom is very sharp, Maple. Dice que mi mamá debería venir a uno de los tours. ¿Mi mamá es tímida o no es tímida? Recontra tímida. My mom is very tímido, shy. My mom cannot be in front of a camera. She is even shy when she's being like in a photo session or she knows someone is making a picture of her. Ella se esconde de las fotos, ¿no? No le gustan las fotos.
No le gusta que la graben.
Yes, it's very complicated to convince her. Every time we're going to do a tour, she comes here, she helps us. She puts everything like, do you need this? And then I said, I'm going to start, Mom. And she, poof, disappears. She doesn't want to be here.
Hemos conversado con ella porque ella hace un montón de cosas bien curiosas. Con que, o sea, hace el tema que es pastelería, dulces, hace jabones. Bueno, hace todo lo que es cosas en casa, por ejemplo, arreglar, bueno, cambiar focos, todo lo que es electricidad está.
Yes, my mom, while we are cooking here also, let us tell you a little bit more about my mom. My mom is a little MacGyver. Ella es como MacGyver, ¿no? Do you remember MacGyver, the series? Or have you seen MacGyver? My mom, yes, Sherry? Okay, so do you remember my MacGyver used to like with, I don't know, with matches and and a pot, and he used to do a bomb like my mom, she's so ingenious that she knows, she's creative, yes, Sherry, that she knows how to change electricity, for example. She knows to cut wood. She does soaps. She installs, for example, floors. She is a multitasking lady, and she likes everything that is manual. And we are trying to convince her to do a series of, how to renovate things in the house. My mom is super mom. Yes, my friends. And we want her to do a series of how to renovate your house, like just a specific series in which she can teach you, how to change, for example, I don't know, fix or renovate something, recycle something, do soaps, do shampoos, and, and she says, yes, but do I have to be in front of the camera? Mi mamá dice, sí, pero tengo que estar en la cámara. Ay, no, no me gusta. So, yes, yes. So, she is shy, but who knows? Who knows? I think that someone that can teach you fix things at home in Hago would be really fun. I think that would be super, super fun. So, well, that was a little bit of my mom, which because most likely she will not be in person, but I'm going to put a picture of her. Hay que buscar una foto de mi mamá para que la sepan. And sometimes, yes, my brother says, sometimes she's there outside in the, can you see the street? Yes, and she's looking at Luis Alberto and me. She stands there because we cannot see her because of this post. And when I get closer, she goes away. Anyway, so that's my mom. My mom is super, super nice. So we are now going to recheck on how is the food. So there was a lady and a man looking in the window earlier. Yeah, Sherry, I think those were neighbors only. Yeah, the problem is that's my street. Oh, I haven't mentioned how is my street. So this is where I live. This is my neighborhood. My neighbors of all my life, the cars. We are doing also there are renovations done by the city hall. The corner, look at all of that mess you see there is the city hall that's been working for 3 months already. Oh my God. Yes, Sherry. 3 months and they are not doing anything. They are just changing, the floor. You can see the workers there. So sometimes we have tremblers because the workers are, fixing. And anyways, it will take maybe 2 more months, if possibly. So we have neighbors passing here, our neighbors. And sometimes you can hear from here a crazy lady speaking in English, right, outside. So that's why people get closer like this, what's happening? No, la gente se acerca a la ventana a ver what's happening there. And Latinos, they are like, I'm surprised that my neighbors have not just opened the window, because they do it sometimes because they know me since I was born. So what are you doing, Vanessa? Or Luis Alberto, what are you doing? But they are respectful. I think because we are speaking in English, they don't want to get into trouble. But if you one day see that, you know why it is. So put them in the video. Yes, watch cooking. Yes, they don't know what we are doing together here. It might be strange for people that we are cooking and speaking in English, and they know because of the flavor that's Peruvian food. So who would be interested in Peruvian food? Who would be? Can you answer me, friend? Of course, the world is interested in food. Maple, Sherry, Jen, Neil, all of you, Evelyn, right? So we have to show the world how impressive Peruvian food is. So my brother likes to use this mold of rice. This is super nice, that wooden one. Ese molde te gusta usarlo, ¿no?
Sí.
It looks nice. Yes, my dear Jen, 100%. Simple food, fruit from the heart, comfort food. So your rice is mandatory in Peru. If you don't put rice on a plate of in a Peruvian home, you're not Peruvian. And my dear Evelyn must be surprised. Of course, she was surprised the first time, right, Evelyn? Seeing the rice cooker there. There's no Peruvian now that don't have rice cooker at home, because we love rice. The problem is, we are taking out the mint. Look at that, taking out the mint. And we're going to see how this is. So, look the color. Look the color of the food.
Ahí está el color por el palillo, por el ají amarillo.
The color is because of the turmeric, the chili, also the chili. Yes, you can smell, I think, Jen, all of these flavors virtually, right?
Al momento de hacer el aderezo tiene que quedar un amarillo intenso, para que al momento de echarle el caldito, las papas y todo, no se pierda el color amarillo.
Exactly, exactly. Also, the yellow color is a very important part of this caucao style. So now you know how caucao is, right? Caucao is this yellowish sauce, right? That I'm sure you're going to be replicated soon. So let me see. I have some comments here. Mabel, you have many rice cookers. I just have one, and I think it's not enough. Enough big my cooker, because Marek eats a lot of rice. That is usually, well, that's supposed to be for 4 person, but we always, like double. How it is, Luis Alberto? Bien? We use bastante rice. The type of rice, Jen? Well, that is a really good question. When we go to the supermarkets or to the markets, I think one day I'm going to take, especially you all, my friends that are joining the cooking classes, to learn each one of the ingredients we're using. So when we go to the market, we usually buy rice in the style that we call a granel, which is in big bag or sacks of rice, and they come from different parts of Peru, from the north coast, from the south coast, and some of them are more expensive than others. So I'm not really sure the sort of like scientific name of our rice, but the Peruvian rice is a grain. Luis Alberto is doing the mixing. For a moment, let me get closer to the rice. So it's a rice that is not so full of, I think, this gluten. You know that in, for example, Japan, people have this rice, eat this rice that is more like gluey, right? I probably am not. Oh, look at this. So I'm probably not using the proper words. Yes, sticky. Yes, sticky rice, right? Ours, the one. Thank you, Maple. Yes, Sherry, sticky rice. So that's not the style we like in Peru. That's also one of the differences. Because we love rice, but our rice is not sticky, never. The grains are separate, always, right? And it has a flavor, a base of flavor of garlic and sometimes also onion, right? So glutinous rice. Yes, exactly, Maple. Glutinous. So it's like a very sticky. Oh, gracias, Jen. See, my pot. And this is, there are pots that are bigger, but my mom knew that we are always cooking for 4, so she especially bought one for 4. So here you have the option. As a vegetarian, or for my vegetarian friends, it could be the alternative. I would say that this would be delicious without any meat too. Don't you think, my friends? Like, if you take the meat out, it still is a really good sauce. But for vegetarians, again, could be lentils. Yes, lentils could be a good idea. Yes, of course. If we have someone that accepts cheese but not meat, cheese instead maybe could be good also. So why it does not crack on the flame? Jen, this is a special pot for cooking. This is a special pot for cooking. I am not very sure, to be honest, of the particular reasons, because sometimes, of course, there are some that don't resist well, but this one is a pot especially for putting on the fire, right? So this is the ending result here. Yum, yum. And we are going to, Just Jen, I can maybe send you one. We find them in the markets everywhere here. I also have my collection of wooden, let's say, fork and spoon. Those are from my grandma. I'm stealing things from my mom. My mom says, okay, use it. That's all right. So here we have Luis Alberto cleaning. I promise that in some few more minutes, I'm going to be uploading also in Facebook, on the Facebook of the Voyagers, and also in my Facebook group, Adventures in Lima with Vanessa, the printable of this recipe. I hope you took notes. But also I'm going to, I promise to do it in some few more minutes. We're going to be cooking classes regularly. Our next cooking class is going to be on Friday. El viernes vamos a hacer una cooking class, ¿no?
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing a cooking class on Saturday. Because tomorrow we're going to be working outside. So we're going to be not available to do a cooking class. I'm going to be free too late, so it will not be a good time possibly for most of you, and I want you to be present in the next cooking class. So we're going to be doing it on Saturday. El sábado hacemos una clase de cocina. So what would you like us to cook for next time? El tridente de Luis Alberto, dice, tu tridente. A ver, tráete para... He's going to bring his wooden fork. Here we have the Peruvian version tour from the kitchen. So, vamos a ver la comida. ¿Quieres verla cómo quedó? Para que demostramos. Okay, so would you like to see the the final result with the presentation of Peruvian tour? Okay, so let's go. And here we have, sí, perfecto. So we have here our resulting of today. Look at this delicious dish. By the way, my friends, the length of our cooking classes, it might vary. I'm so sorry if it's taking long in this case. We try to make our classes short, 45 minutes max. Today has extended a little bit. But it really depends on how much it takes to cook. But I want you to see the whole process of making it and not having advanced steps. So here we have the presentation of Luis Alberto. I'm going to get closer for you to see the presentation. Look at this. He loves cilantro. Cilantro is also another staple, another important basic in the Peruvian cuisine. And the caucao de pollo. We have also the caucao over here on a pot. We like usually to bring to the table the caucao for everybody to be served and have maybe a repetition. Water, of course. And water because this is a chili paste that I bought at the at the mini market from the lady that was selling the chili pastes. And she said, oh, this chili will be good. It's what Luis Alberto says is ají parrillero. So it's a chili for parrilla, is grill.
Para apoyar, o sea,
ajá. ¿Qué es lo que tiene?
Ese es con rocoto,
Rocoto is red.
Tiene también ají chiquito.
Hot pepper.
Sí.
Limo chili, which is a tiny one. This is spring onion also. Look at the spring onion. Salt, pepper.
Y bueno, la cebolla china cortada así en pedazos.
And the spring onion cut in big pieces. So when you bite it, you feel the onion, right? So this is the final product. I really hope you enjoy it, my friends. If you can, please share with me the pictures of this event. My Facebook group is Adventures in Lima with Vanessa. And I'm sure you're going there to find lots of really interesting information about my tours, my upcoming tours, and especially, of course, our cooking classes. Also, well, let me tell you that next class can be lomo saltado, dice Sherry. Lomo saltado puede ser también. Or it can be also the papa rellena.
Claro, puede ser lomo saltado. Está claro, entre lomo saltado, papa rellena, lo vamos a hacer.
Yes, exactly. We'll ask my grandson, his mom from Lima. Oh, really? Oh, so Nina, that's great. Oh, lucky your grandson. To have a mom from Lima, to have someone that cooks Peruvian food. Oh, that's really super great. Oh, so now, Luis Alberto, aprobar.
Ya, a ver.
Aprobar. Vamos,
bueno,
tú.
espero que...
Sorry.
Espero de todo corazón que les haya gustado. Disculpen la demora. Y de verdad que van a ver que si lo siguen paso a paso como lo hemos estado haciendo, le va a salir así y estoy seguro que hasta mejor.
So he says that first of all, sorry for the delay, the extension of this tour. He hopes that you enjoy it. Please cook it, prepare it, try it. You're going to become masters of the kitchen for sure. Y que lo sigan haciendo, ¿no? Para que lo háganlo.
No es nada que sea wow, no es algo que hacemos acá en
It's
casa.
not too difficult, my friends. It's not difficult. Just do it. If we can do it, you can do it. And please become ambassadors, cultural ambassadors, culinary ambassadors of Peru, sharing these recipes with ones you love. Also accessing to the printables of these recipes. And as anytime, of course, we are here to share with you all the recipes of Peru. And gracias, provecho. I'm going to taste it in just a moment. What does his tattoo on the neck say? ¿Qué dice tu tatuaje en el pecho? A ver, Luis Alberto.
¿En el cuello o en el pecho?
Sí, en el cuello. Ajá. ¿Qué dice?
Vive y deja vivir.
Live and let live. I think vive la vida loca, del crazy life.
Vive y deja vivir.
Vive, live and let live. Live and live.
Como que vive y deja que vivan, o sea, vive y deja vivir. Te dejo, vive y deja vivir, no sé. ¿Qué tal está, no?
Delicious. Oye, qué rico te salió.
Qué bueno.
You are ready to get married. Ya estás listo para casarte ya. Ahora sí. Te toca. Prueba. Vive y deja vivir. So, does it make sense to you all? See? So, live and let live others, right? It's like la vida loca. So, lots of wine to be here. Sherry, Maple. Sí, ya tienes muchas futuras esposas, dice. Sherry, Maple, todas. Yeah. Poligamia. Woo! So thank you so much for your participation. Thanks for your tip support, my friends. Your tips are making possible for us to keep doing these events, to keep cooking for you all, to keep these events free. If you would like to know how you can support this channel and also support Hego, because all the tips are split with Hego, here you can see I'm going to activate a button where you will be taken to a little, let's say, box in which you will be given information on how to help us with these classes. Muchas gracias. Best to you all. See you on Saturday. I hope, is this time good to you? By the way, is this time better for you all? Dorota, gracias, amiga. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You all are our angels. Muchas gracias. So, yes, good time, this one. Maple, thank you. Oh, gracias. Thanks to you, Maple. This time is good for me. Oh, that's great, because we are looking for a time that is not too busy. In the mornings also, Hego is crazy. It's lots of different tours at the same time. And we don't know if people are also available in the morning. So maybe we're going to be doing also around this time some cooking classes too. So what time is it there? We started this class at 1:15. 1:15 in the afternoon Peruvian time. This time is perfect. Yeah, Dorota. Excellent. So we're going to keep doing it like this, around this time. Dice que esta hora está bien para ellas. This time, I'm telling my brother this time is good for them. So, but not Wednesdays afternoon. Okay, not Wednesday afternoon. Promise. I promise, Memo. So, thank you, my friends. Muchas gracias. Gracias, Sherry. You're always welcome here. Thank you, thank you. Take care. Best to you all. Gracias. And lots of love from Lima. Ciao, ciao.